2021. We told y'all we was coming back to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Swerve City Podcast with some extra content. Here we are with some extra extended long Chit Trap. And I couldn't do this by myself. I had my homie Monteasy Scott alongside me.
Underrated,
Don't hide.
Underrated GOAT, like I said.
Yep, he said it himself. And I brought in best of both worlds. We got the musician, the producer extraordinaire, and artist, Rich Latta over here.
What is going on, everybody? Glad to be here. I think this is the first time I've been on the channel, so very happy to be here.
First time showing your face.
Yep. Very happy to be here.
Welcome. You're going to get real introduced to this man, the producer of the GPS project right there, man. Did all the work. And last but not least, we got the man over here, one of the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in recent history, pretty much all history of WWE, one half of the Street Profits. We got Angelo Dawkins in the place to be.
Yo, what's good, fam? You already know. Hey, to all the kids out there, I want you to know, if you average 11 points, you too can make 200 mil.
Message to live by right here.
11 points.
Dawkins. 11 points, y'all. 11 points.
200 mil.
200 of them things. And so we doing a special extended long Chit Trap today. We gonna clown. We don't even really have subject matter to discuss. We just going to talk about whatever's on our mind. What any messages? You got anything to say, dog? Teaser?
You know, man, first of all, if you have not, make sure you guys go to all streaming platforms and cop the projects. Mike is always on point, man. This guy's the greatest of all time. Make sure you guys go to streaming platforms and get, as Swerve previously mentioned, the GPS project, produced by this guy right here. Make sure you guys go to all streaming platforms, get that. Make sure you get Monteasy Erica's son. These guys, like I said, are now on all digital markets. It's been getting great reviews, great projects, and, you know, we have more videos and stuff coming, so there's going to be a whole lot more coming from this. You guys are going to you see that we put a lot of appreciation and time into these projects with the visuals, with the behind the scenes, and everything we have coming. Also, too, make sure you tell them, too, about your YouTube channel, what you have on the beat breakdowns.
Yeah, man. Y'all can check me out. Just type in Rich Latta in there in Swerve City. You should see some of the beat breakdowns. I got one up there of the song Haters, as well as...
Which you had a verse?
Yeah, what I have a verse.
Fire verse.
Fire verses only.
Hot fire.
Talk, bro.
And I believe it's called 1087-7162. It's taken me a while to memorize those numbers. But
a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Zip codes.
Yeah,
you know?
so we going through the beat step by step, instrument by instrument, telling you what was, going through my head, what was happening while we were making the beats, and just extra stuff for y'all to get into.
I watched the 1087 one. That's like one of my favorite beats on the whole album. And just like, that was one of the ones I was like in the room with him, watching him formulate the beat and put it together, the horns and like the patterns and everything. And I was like, okay, we're on the same wavelength, but we're not even talking. And then like his beat pattern was just like I was like, oh man, I know exactly what to say to this. Yep. And it just naturally formulated, man. And like, and just watching Rich like teach me, coach me and Teasy on like putting these beats and these instrumentals and using that arcade. Forget the terminology. It's been mind-opening. Oh,
You out here dropping the secrets, dog.
If you know, you know.
Right.
My dog said, until you see a Rich Latta sound pack come, I'm not saying anything.
Right.
Said, ha.
Hey, shut up. Shut up.
Come on, man. But anyway, go listen to the projects, man. It's been great work. What do we get in today first with?
I mean, there's a lot of things you probably get in today first,
since it's on, I'm seeing it right here on the collar right there.
Yeah. In case y'all didn't know, the best team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. You know what I'm saying? They in the national championship. Only played 7 games. People said they didn't belong. Guess they were wrong. People wanted to be rewarded for playing 12 games, but they didn't have a conference championship to their name. Texas A&M, I mean, hey, your only argument was but we played the number 1 team in the nation, and we only lost by 30. Well, guess what? They beat everybody else by 30 but one team, and that was Florida. I mean, yeah, you beat Florida, but still, you got smacked by 30, so you didn't belong. Who else? Who else?
Who else is getting his flames?
I mean, you
Who
know
else
what?
want the smoke?
Let's go with Oklahoma. You know, I mean, they had a nice.
Leave Spencer Rattler alone. I
Hey,
like him.
I like Spencer Rattler.
I
think
Spencer.
he shut Florida up. That backup middle linebacker from Florida that was talking all that smack and said they don't know what SEC speed is. Well, apparently y'all know what Big 12 speed is, bro. Not only that, Notre Dame, you know, they look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that there?
Bat signal just popped up.
That's greatness. That is greatness. That puts a smile on your face each and every day. You see the greatness when you say OH and IO, okay? But back to Notre Dame. You know, they beat Clemson without Trevor Lawrence the first game. And it took them 2 overtimes to do so. You know what I'm saying? I know Clemson still got a squad. I get it. Freshman quarterback, you're at home. You know, you're happy. Biggest win in a while. Y'all haven't beat the top-ranked team in forever. But, hey, it's all good. Why? Because when y'all had Clemson in the ACC championship, Trevor Lawrence came back. And what did everybody say about Notre Dame? Yeah, they beat Clemson before, but Trevor Lawrence wasn't there. The self-proclaimed best college football player in all the nation wasn't there. The self-proclaimed best college football player ever was not in that game. And what happened when he played? When he played, he whooped y'all like y'all stole something from him. And yeah, y'all did. Y'all stole an undefeated season. And y'all stole a playoff spot from Cincinnati and Coastal Carolina. All right? I mean, let's just say it. Yes. Once again, you guys went up against Bama. Everybody knew that y'all were not going to beat Bama because Notre Dame, they don't win big games. They choke in big games. Need I say, y'all lost twice to them in big games. Both, however, in the Fiesta Bowl. Let's go last time y'all were in the playoffs before this year. Clemson. Oh, wait. Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback of that team. Y'all only put up 3 points. Ooh. What was it? Before the playoffs even started, y'all were in the BCS championship game against Alabama. Need I say, y'all had a middle linebacker who only missed 7 tackles throughout the whole year. That's 12 games. Y'all were 12-0. How many tackles did he miss? Eddie Lacy had that boy on skates the whole game. He missed about 8 tackles in one game. Y'all got crushed. 42-14. Now, look, Notre Dame, and then the ACC as a whole. Couldn't win 1 bowl game. 2 ACC teams in the playoff. Clemson and Notre Dame. The top two teams in the conference. Couldn't get it done. I mean, yeah, I know. I'm being a little hard on you guys. But, hey, you guys started it with saying Ohio State is overrated. What did Ohio State do? Dabo. How's the 11th ranked team in the college football nation treating you well, huh? 49-28. That L in Clemson, that was for you. That L in Clemson, that was for you, Dabo. What up, Dabo? 11th in the nation. I get it. They didn't play the requisite games, but hey, it was 2020. It was 2020. A lot of things have changed. I mean, it's 2021 now. I mean, they played them in January 1st. They brought in the new year. Y'all started off 2021 with a bang, a hot L, fresh off the plate, fresh out the oven, bro.
Seasoned.
We make goods, dog. Bro,
Hot season.
dog, I think Ohio State season. Season. Ain't no salt. Ain't no little sprinkle salt. It's just straight up seasoning, dog. Look, I think Ohio State, Ryan Day, Justin Fields, all those boys got y'all a table at Club Shay Shay where they serve up hot L's. And y'all had a nice little buffet of them. And now, on Monday, national championship game against Alabama. I know a lot of people have Alabama winning that game. And rightfully so, because Alabama's been pretty dominant. They've pretty much beaten everybody by double-digit points. But it's crazy to me because I remember...
All right, you know something. You know something that we don't know. I need to be schooled on
this. In 2014, everybody said Ohio State didn't have a chance against Bama.
Right.
Bama, big bad wolf. SEC, dominant. They crushing everybody that they played. What happened that game? I remember Ezekiel Elliott going 85 yards down the field. Game clincher touchdown. Send Bama home, dog. What you think gonna happen on Monday, fam? Huh? OHIO. That is the model that we live by. We gonna be the national champions. And I know I'm taking up a lot of time talking about this, so I'm gonna shut up now.
You've been holding this in for a long time.
Let your round off, bro. You been holding this, bro.
He said, "Yo, it's been talking about."
Yeah.
So it's like Bart Scott said, anybody can be beat,
Anybody can be beat.
He's
Can't wait.
Prophesizing.
Can't wait.
Will Angelo Dawkins be correct?
Of
by
course.
the time they see this.
Look, bro.
Look at
that, bro. Y'all see that? Hey, y'all thought this team didn't belong? But the other team that has 21 points on there, y'all thought that? Boy, y'all crazy, man. It's okay, though. It's okay. People make mistakes. But back to, do I think it's going to happen? Of course I think it's going to happen. I mean, look, the profits ain't always about money, bruh. Yeah, there's an F in the name. There's a dollar sign, too. But don't forget the PH. That's silent in the name. That means I foresee the future. The future looking real good.
You spell future with a PH. I respect it.
That's what I'm talking about, dog.
You've talked enough. We gotta go to my man.
I don't know. I'm supposed to follow that.
You with the promos over here.
Yeah.
Sorry about that soliloquy, everybody. Y'all know y'all. I love y'all.
This will be on social media within like 2 days. Don't worry. Just this clip. That's it. That dialogue. So some stuff in the news today. We got Dr. Dre hospitalized, man, but apparently he's doing good from what we've been told, right?
Yeah. Shout out to the legend, man. I think first we got to say, man, losing too many people in respective field too young.
I did not want to start 2021 off like this.
Right? Yeah.
At all. So
that would have been a blow.
Especially doing like a lot of history. I had to like really go in depth of like what brain aneurysms are, and a lot of it could be related to stress. A lot of it could be, he's got a lot on his plate right now, personal things. So just want him, man, the legend, the icon, the forefather of a lot of these people you hear on the radio over these past 30, 40 years. Definitely want to give him his roses and pray for a speedy recovery, man.
Yeah.
That's tough, and he's 55, so
still young.
Still young. Still young. So you got a lot of time, and you look pictures of him, the dude's jack, the dude's neck is like the dude's traveling. He's obviously, staying in shape and stuff, man. Just stay well, man. Don't stress out about nothing, and keep pushing, man.
As a fellow producer, man, how much does this man have an influence on what you do?
So, I've listened to my fair share of Dr. Dre going back to, NWA. And, I can't say the title of their second album because, we are running a family operation here. But, so always, somewhat, but I definitely, just different points in his career, seeing how his production style changed, how he started working the synth stuff in with Always Into Some on that second album, going into the Chronic. It's just like seeing how he would replay samples rather than actually sampling was always really cool. And who can, forget the Chronic 2001? Like, I lived in California at the time.
Crazy. And
literally every song on the album, there was 21 songs on the album, or 22, they used to play every song on the radio.
Yep.
So Dr. Dre's like, there are legends, and then there are people that are like over the top. So like Dr. Dre is over the top, put so many artists on, and for me, like the things I always learned from Dre was always make sure your drums are bumping.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I learned that from wasn't it James Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah. what do we lead on? The drums.
Right.
What on second on? The drums. The drums are hard.
Yeah.
The drums.
The drums.
Maceo Parker with a horn. He was like, "What is that? A horn? No, it's a drum."
Drum. We lead with the drums. Yeah.
What's some for you, Swerve? What is like some legendary Dre songs do you like? You have a different aesthetic ear. So what songs from him did you like? Like when you like Dre, like yo, this is crazy.
Okay, my this is once again like Chronic 2001 when I always knew about Dre, like NWA, Chronic, and all that. But those were just like once again at that time when I was like high school, actually middle school going into high school, those were just myths. They were so long ago. I'm so far removed from it.
Right.
That's like my parents and stuff like that. But it wasn't really resonating with me yet at that time. When I really felt like I got captivated by this man was Guilty Conscience. And then his back and forth with M, because it was storytelling in the music video. I shouldn't have been watching that video at that time of age, but like it just spoke to me, and I understood of visual art. I literally see what he's saying, and then when I watch the video, I'm seeing it tells the exact same story, and just like how he always had that deep dark in most of his beats, like it was a sound.
Like,
So
you
every
can
time I
take
look
that
at
back to
Dre-
doggy style, even like
Right.
pump, like
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like he always had a sound that was so significant to him, and every time you hear it, it goes back to him. So
Right.
like, that's what Dre was to me, and like that sonic, like once you get hearing that synth and the piano's like, boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, he took
like,
advantage of everything. Bro.
that sound was just so like, oh, that's Dre. You just knew it was him. So that's what like his impression made on me
then,
as a young age.
Think about like when he dropped the Compton album, like he came out doing like, y'all want to make trap beats, so I can make those too.
It was
And
crazy.
he was like, I got that in the bag too. So, and they were futuristic, like so.
Yeah, like spaceship sound and like, and then like what was the one track he did a while ago with it was supposed to be on the Detox album. It was that one single, the music video he did with Snoop.
Hold
Kush?
up,
Yeah,
wait
Kush.
a minute.
Like,
that
yeah.
Snoop spaz on that.
Spaz.
Oh
It seemed
my
like he
God.
always brought the best out of somebody.
Yeah,
And, like him and Pharrell are the two at that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Greatest at that, like producers.
Absolutely.
Like they're gonna get like if you washed up past your prime, he's gonna pull a whole other like an extra 3, 4, 5 years out of you.
Every time.
Like,
Absolutely
and
right.
he did. He just always put like that needle, like boom, inject it, and your career just keeps going.
Crazy because like he took a lot of artists. I don't think like maybe one. I don't even know who that artist is honestly, but like every time I knew an artist that was affiliated with Dre, like they never failed.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever failed under Dre.
And think about this time. He's always even from when he started to now. There's always been one person under his tutelage that's been on top. Like Kendrick is under his tutelage. Look where Kendrick's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always been somebody. He's
Where's
always
Kendrick at? I need him back. 2021 is the year he needs to come
He,
back.
you please.
This is like
By time, like it's been a long time since damn, like
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
you know.
or
Black Panther project thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So I'm like, and you know,
That was still around the same time he came out with Damn though, too.
yeah, there was like
That was
Like
like,
the tail
right-
end.
back to back
Yeah.
records. Yeah. It's just,
Well, he
equals-
had like a run. He had To Pimp a Butterfly. Then
Yeah.
he had the Untitled 2016. Then you
Yeah.
had Damn, and then you had
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
Black Panther. So that's like 4 albums worth of music. I'm not mad at him for taking
mean,
a break, but
yeah.
I hope he does come back.
I mean, hey, if he wanted to do that joint collab album with J. Cole too, you know, been here so long about that,
I
you
know,
know.
man.
yeah.
That's up and coming.
Nah, it's not.
The way them two work, no.
All right, so how do you feel about Charlamagne saying that Cole isn't on Drake and Kendrick's level?
Wait, he said that? I did not know he said that.
I kind of see what he's talking about, though.
In a way, is it like slowly commercial?
He just said Cole is not on a Kendrick and Drake level.
That can mean so many things.
Yeah,
It can,
that?
which is like I said, I can see where he's coming from with it.
Is he saying record sales, maybe?
It was just a general statement. So that's why I'm
Lyrically,
going around the room.
I'm
That's why I'm going around the room. That's why we have this Chit Trap. It's a chit chat on Chit Trap roundtable discussion. So I want to go around the room and hear what do you take from that? What is your reading from this?
I'm gonna have to say is I'm gonna probably go with on the side of popularity and maybe album sales because lyrically, Cole is there with anybody. Lyrically, Cole gave a dude a TED talk in the middle of a diss track that wasn't even a diss track. Like 1985.
That's aged very well, by the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just forgot that happened. That was literally just
Yo,
remember.
this dude Simpsons Lil Pump. Like he Simpsons me. He came like legit said, yo, in 5 years you ain't gonna be doing nothing. But then gave him a TED talk of how to keep basically the blueprint of how to keep eating in the game.
Sat him down and talked to him man to man about it.
Interviewed him.
Crazy.
After doing all that, like J. Cole lyrically unreal. What he did with Dreamville, great.
Crazy. Giving back.
Great.
Yeah.
He has to be going off of album sales, I feel like, in popularity.
You know what I think it might be even simpler for Charlemagne. It might be just I don't like his beats. That's what it comes down to a lot when it comes with J. Cole. If you're in on Cole as a person, as an artist, seeing how he changed the game in a sense, like I don't understand what he means like by not on the level. Like think about people used to always have to have the singles, the big budget videos. Cole was like, nah, my fans are gonna show up. I'm just gonna drop the album and it's gonna be out. And then that changed the game.
With no
I think
features.
Beyonce started doing that after. J. Cole was the reason I switched to streaming services. Like for For Your Eyes Only, I was like, I need to hear this right away. I'm getting Tidal, whatever. So like, Drake's like Michael Jackson level, huge like that. So like, I think they do different things. But as far as like,
It feels like always Kendrick's in the middle between a Cole and Drake because Drake's the extreme. J. Cole's the highest level as a pure new age artist or lyricist you can be, as far as like excluding like an M or a Black Thought or Nas. Those are, once again, they're in the stratosphere, they're in the clouds, they're gods now.
Right.
As a current age of like lyricist, J. Cole's like the pinnacle of it.
it's like
Kendrick's just
lyrics,
always floating
concepts,
somewhere in the middle.
flows, like
Yes.
and
Storytelling. Like-
and on his last song on KOD, I would say he's even like the criticism he would get over his beats. I feel like he started answering that as well.
He killed that.
So
Yeah, it was all trap drums pretty much,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Like he
Kind of
did
yeah, like
yeah.
And then like on top of that, like I always feel like KOD and Damn are very similar, mirrored records.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and I said this a long time ago. I put out a tweet about this. I don't know if maybe in post you can find this tweet. Maybe it doesn't even exist anymore. I put this tweet out a long time ago, saying like, yo, KOD follows the same format that Damn does, and everybody's like, what? Oh, no way! Are you comparing Cole to Kendrick? I didn't say that. I said they have the same format of an album. It literally starts the same way. The dialogue goes the same way. It transitions the same way, and it ends the same way with talking to someone, and then Kendrick talking to Duckworth.
Yeah.
It literally formats the same way. So that there's always like, I feel like Cole is the mirror of Kendrick, but Kendrick's always been like the medium between a Drake and a Cole. So that's why I always say I kind of see what Charlemagne was saying, where he sees Cole as not in their level because they're like more grouped together. And the Black Panther stuff, it's a commercial success.
Well, that's the thing interesting about Kendrick is he's the lyricist, and he satisfies both the lyrics crowd and the like the catchy radio crowd
and the gangster crowd.
And,
The gangsters,
the gangster crowd in like one album in like one song. So it's interesting, like to please that many different types of fans and
ears.
In ears, that's so interesting.
I think the only difference in the only thing I could, if I can go to Charlemagne's point, looking at it, the only thing I would say is the difference in star quality, and because Cole doesn't want to be that. Cole is the essential. If you're an underground hip hop fan and you want to hear bars, this is where you go. He's that person. He's like that guy. If you're underground level and you're into the bars and to the concepts and stuff, that's him. That's where he wants to be. He's going to tweet something out and it's going to be there. Kendrick's the same way, and it's kind of mystique. But Kendrick has the way of putting out a King Kunta as well as putting out a concept project. So Kendrick is going to give you the hit single, and he's going to give you the concepts and stuff like a Cole does. I think that what Charlemagne is probably going to say.
But at the same time, we'll go to the Grammys and kill it
right
in front of like all that audience.
Exactly.
So that's where I say he always waves between.
But
both.
I think it's by choice for Cole. If he wanted to be where Drake and Kendrick could be as far as visual things, I think he could. I think he chooses not to do that. But I think that as far as like a star, like if you put all three of them together and stand them next to each other, there's going to be people that are probably a lot of people probably choose Drake first because of where he's at, business-wise. But if you look at it if you get like the mixture pot, you're going to choose a Kendrick, like Cy was saying. But If you go from just as an overall star, like the star quality, I see what Charlamagne's saying.
Okay, to this credit, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Drew Brees. Which one is which in comparison? Drake's obviously Brady.
Yeah.
So the only argument is between them two. There's never an argument with Drake.
Kendrick, I'll say, is Aaron Rodgers.
I'd agree on that.
I agree.
Yeah?
I agree.
Aaron Rodgers, and I'll say J. Cole is Drew Brees.
Yep.
It's like he's just doing his own thing.
He's
He's
doing
chugging
his own
away,
thing.
same team.
Yeah.
You might forget about him. Tons of stats.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
You look at
Not
J.
as much
Cole,
into football.
J.
anymore.
Cole did say, I'm pretty sure, he did say he was about to retire, right? After he comes out with
They
his
all
project.
say
With
that.
the fall off. Yeah.
They all say that.
Yeah. It'd be
I don't
interesting
know.
though.
For
Like
some reason,
There's
I go,
speculation that Drew Brees about to retire too, so.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like I always saw Kendrick as the Breeze in my mind. And I don't know why. I don't even have an explanation for it. I just always seen him more as like
I see where you're going with that.
yeah, it's like
It's kind of like he's taught when he's doing great, he gets his praise, but he's never really in the limelight like
no.
that. Yeah.
No, ever. Aaron Rodgers is doing commercials, discount double checks, and all that, like, dating the celebrity actresses and stuff like that. He's more of the loudmouth too. Drew Brees isn't.
Yeah, Drew Brees is mostly.
Drew Brees goes away and he's gone until freaking October.
But then can you say Cole is Aaron Rodgers then?
A little more.
Kendrick.
By going at people and talking like
I think
see
Kendrick's more. I think Kendrick's more Aaron Rodgers because of. I'm thinking of all right. You said like pretty much J. Cole. Like if he wanted to, he could expand out.
Yeah,
but he's sticking to what he sticking to what he
and
knows
he is
best.
his own system.
And he's his own system. Drew Brees, like Aaron Rodgers, freaking, he can stay in the pocket all day. He can roll out. He's a playmaker as well. Like he can just run out, toss it 80 yards downfield like he's Patrick Mahomes pretty much. In fact, he created it before Patrick Mahomes was doing it. Kendrick,
actually Stafford.
And I think with Kendrick, like to your Aaron Rodgers point, the way Aaron Rodgers is just so much more talented than everybody. Kendrick's like that as a lyricist. Like I think he can wrap circles around both of those guys. But
Ooh, that's a combo there.
I don't know.
You just started something.
I will say
I don't
this.
know, cause like there's a lot of features. Kendrick fades back and lets Alvin Kamara go and kill it.
Whoa, hold on. Are we sure that Kendrick fades back, or they make sure they're like, hey, you know what, bruh? They ain't trying to have a control episode hit
How
him.
many times have we said this? How many times have we said that? Like, I wish Kendrick gave us more in this feature.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like that. The same way with him as features is him with beats. I'm like, Cole, why are you rhyming over this?
Yeah.
Stop making your own
and
beats for
then
everything.
to loop back Drake into this, these two are touching subject matter that Drake would never touch. He has no history of touching. Has no interest, doesn't care about
Not
it. So
even-
it's easier to be seen as a big star when you have like this
There's no
music
but
that
there's no
is
struggle.
There's no struggle, and then there's no divisiveness like in his stuff.
Exactly.
Like Drake is just like it's fast food that is like for a wide, maybe white audience. So
Majority.
I mean, that's who they're all selling records to, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the same time, Drake's not gonna piss them off. Yeah, Drake's not gonna piss them off like "Are We Gonna Be All Right?" The way that's become like a soundtrack.
He's PC at this point.
Yeah,
He's
like
PC
Drake's not gonna
hip-hop.
piss anybody off. There's no type of struggle in his music at all, except like what he had to go through to make it in the game.
Right. But I also will say this too. He has the better overall concept of team around him as far as rappers, but he's developing. His roster of what J. Cole's developing under him with Boss, JID,
Earth Gang,
Smino, Luke, the people he has under him, like that are coming up, they gonna be a problem.
Shoot, he even kind of got the baby a little bit
Baby
too.
Kinda
is in there.
The baby is in under that tree.
Then he got what? Soul, Schoolboy Q. they all
Jay,
J-Rock,
SZA.
they all came up together. So they're like,
Isaiah Rashad.
Now ask who's coming up with the OVO sweatshop. Okay.
So we're going to go into Snoop. The Snoop versus Eminem debate. I'll let you take away.
Well,
Now-
this is kind of
yeah.
interesting. Shout out to Snoop. Shout out. You ever heard about this, son? Okay.
You heard this? Okay.
Okay.
Oh man.
Fresh them up. Let the audience.
Y'all really
know
gonna
too.
get me in trouble now.
You don't know.
Snoop versus Eminem. Snoop versus Eminem.
Okay. Okay.
All right, bring him up to speed.
I'm gonna let you get your round on. Let me just explain.
Yeah.
I will pass it over to you. So, recently, Snoop was on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him about certain music, and he came out of nowhere and was just basically like, yeah, like he talked about Eminem, like Eminem can't rock with Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and all that, and from his era, I can that's fine, that's what you grew up on, but then what he said at the end. Eminem's music I could do without it ever even basically without it existing. It doesn't have to be here. Wow. That was a hit. So behind the scenes, obviously, Em did his little response on the jab record on the album he just released. He threw a little jab at Snoop. And basically, if you talk to the inner circles of what's going on with Snoop, unofficially but officially, because somebody in his camp said that he's been rapping with Daz Dillinger, has been rapping with him since they were kids. Snoop has always felt like it's always been hell trying to get something from Eminem, and essentially, like, I'm Snoop Dogg, I shouldn't have to go through 15 million channels to get a verse from you. But at the same time, you're always hanging out with each other at places, and you see each other at least 2 or 3 times a year at Dre's house or something. Why are you chilling with me? But why you ain't say nothing? Like I'm right there. If you want a verse from me, just ask me right there. But at the same time, he's always felt like since when Chick Please or Bitch Please, Chick Please, whatever that song that came out in 2001, M was supposed to originally be on it with Exhibit and him.
But he did the part 2.
He did the part 2. He didn't get on it. He asked to get him on it, but he never responded. Then he just did the remix, and Snoop was like, okay. There's been times where Snoop has reached out, and M has never responded. He's like, why am I going through your management and all that when I could just pick up Dre and call him? Why gotta go through all this for you? So that's essentially what he's saying has caused the rift. And Snoop has never personally told him, but he's kind of held it in. Go ahead.
And,
Yeah, dog.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to
He's like, wait a minute. Hold
Hold
up,
on,
calculate.
Take
Talking.
it right
This
there.
is industry stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's the grown men that just ain't talking. Bro.
I am not in any industry of that magnitude. So like,
And that
I mean,
level of
that level. I thought
pride
it was,
and
I was like, hey, who's better between the two? Yeah, I'll probably be able to answer that a little bit more than I
we
can't
can get
really
into that
answer.
too after
Yeah.
this. We can
Yeah.
get into that too.
I mean, it's gonna be something that they hash out at the end. They're boys. They're both friends with Dre. So like, man, dog, they ain't coming out with no diss records on each other.
No. And like I don't ever see Snoop as like I don't see Snoop as a stuck in his ways type of guy. Or like,
Yeah.
or just stuck in like he always moves with the wave of how the media moves, not just hip hop and music, but the media period. You
Right.
know, see what he does on TV and all these different multi platforms, even on commentating Nate Robinson getting, So anyway,
Arguably the most relevant rapper we've ever had.
yes.
As far as relevancy.
Yes.
he's the Willie Nelson of rap.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. But
I agree.
Think about the weed too, right?
I agree with that.
But like, I don't know. I
Man,
is there anything that these two need from each other at this point in their careers?
yes, they need
Continue.
respect for the other one, and one guy clearly feels like he's not being respected, which is Snoop Dogg. And
This hold on for 20 years though.
right,
That's a grudge.
and that's the thing. It's like the longer that stuff has never been talked out, eventually it's going to
Manifests.
explode. And you think about, like, oh, these are like Dre's sons. It's like it's an older brother and then there's a younger brother, and then Eminem comes along, and Snoop had been through label drama, going to No Limit and stuff like that, and it was back with Dre. And it's like, oh man, like he's like, Dr. Dre made you hot, like just like he made me hot. But like, I think with Snoop and M, there's such a style contrast there And
It's a culture
a culture clash, which can get very ugly. Like if it goes like, you know, a certain way, because you know the stands exist. That they
brother.
He named them. Like so.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Like, and I don't feel like there's any issue with Snoop's comments because you listen to who you listen to. Think about how old Snoop is, and you know Eminem's not for everybody. I feel like so.
He's not for everybody, but he's everywhere at the same time. Yeah. Like I can't stand the debate. Like, oh, who plays M? I don't ever hear M. I don't hear I go to the club. I don't hear M. I go to what's it called? Nobody's bumping M in their car. I'm like, all right, cool. You know where I hear M though? Ford commercials. I hear M on the new Call of Duty soundtracks. I hear him in stadiums. I hear him Madden. I hear him like every pop culture place. There's an M track.
We
or
talk about the
somewhere.
clubs, but if your music playing in grocery stores and the elevator music when you walk inside
and
the
Target
and you press that floor and you hear the elevator music, that's
matters. Like
that's big.
a different type.
You know what other songs are playing in the club? Mo Bamba, Shaq West.
Like so, what do we?
Some of that's a generation gap.
Yeah, like I said, there's such a divide with that, and there's so much space to fill in with that kind of mess.
I think
It gets
Snoop
murky.
probably feels like, you know, I showed you love early in your career and helped certify you to, you know, the audience that we already had, but you ain't never really returned that love for me. Maybe that's what that is.
There's a possibility. Who's in Snoop's camp that he could be, that M could have been like elevating and helping out? There's like,
I don't really know like
that's
like,
who the
Snoop had like the East Side back in the day, but I believe
who's
Trey
an
got locked
understudy to
up.
Snoop? Who's an understudy to Snoop?
Nah, his team,
they ain't around no more.
His group, his team came with him, like Daz and Corrupt and all them. They all
Daz
homies.
and Corrupt.
He just brought his,
the East Siders and
those
stuff
dudes
like
were
that.
already like put on though.
Yeah, they're in
like,
the mix, but like who's like bigging up?
Man, I don't like.
I do think though, I will say this for
well, people's careers go like this. So like maybe there was a time where Snoop was low in his career and he's like, yo, I could, you know, I could use you to, you know, lend a hand to me. And then, you know, M's going through different sabbaticals in his career.
Okay, with that being said though, then you can't, if that was the case, then you can't say that he doesn't belong in our house of hip hop then.
I don't think anybody would say Eminem doesn't belong in the house of hip hop.
He said, if he said at the beginning, he said you could be without him. Hip hop could be without M. So if you need him to big you up in a place, maybe if you are low, like you can't say he doesn't belong.
I don't know, man. Like that's
it's a tough.
Yeah, because some of it,
really
I think some of it's mixed personal. Some of it is like it's way deeper inside than we probably know.
But if we're talking about it, it's not personal anymore.
Yeah.
Man, dog, this sound like. Remember when Meek Mill and Drake were going at it, and then Wale did that interview, and he said he brought a pencil to a gunfight. Yeah, like it's kind of like Meek Mill and Wale going at it. They're label mates. I mean, they're not label mates, but they're under the same tree.
Yeah,
and so like at the same.
I do think though, I will say this: I believe every rapper has a challenge of someone that might not be at the point lyrically as that, because I think lyrically we know that's not a conversation. But I think that from going through this from a brand perspective and from who that is, Eminem better not go anywhere further than Snoop. Snoop is one of the most beloved rappers in the world. Eminem, do not do it.
Yeah,
that will not.
Off. Just let it be.
Just let that one be.
Or hash it out behind the scenes.
Exactly.
And
Get
don't
a phone call. Don't put no diss record out. This ain't. This
I
ain't,
will not be happy.
This is not.
There's a lot. I am an M dude.
Yeah.
Everybody here knows that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even be happy about that. Yeah. I'm like, just talk that out.
Talk that one out, bro. Let that one go. I
don't think it's gonna happen.
And good luck telling Snoop Dogg Eminem's not doper than him. Like who? Like to Snoop Dogg. Like who's doper than Snoop?
Like anybody at this level is supposed to feel that way. Like so I'm not. As if you talk
Snoop's on top of the game. This dude done came out with a reggae album, a gospel album. Like this dude just going out on different ventures.
And
man.
then wake up in the morning and cook with Martha Stewart. Like my man's
like,
doing some other level stuff, bro. Yeah. So it's like
a check is always rolling in at the dog household,
bro.
Like
the dog father, man.
And talking about beers with a Bad Bunny on commercials there. So it's like we see him everywhere.
I don't think. Yeah.
But then too, it makes sense. I kind of get it because you're like, y'all been labeled this long. How many records are y'all on together? Not many.
You go back and look and like
It's not
there's
many
a
with
lot
these-
of people
Unless
that
it was
have
a
no
Dr.
time.
Dre song, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not many songs with these two. So
There's a lot of people like that have not been on the same record.
same records, but these guys are label mates. Like, how does that not
Yeah.
happen?
You know what? I don't think it was that they were label mates because I think they might have missed each other at a lot of different times. Snoop was on Priority. He was on Geffen, excuse me. He was on No Limit. And I believe
He might have still been cool with Dre, but
Yeah.
he wasn't with Dre until
Right.
Yeah.
he eventually got back.
Right.
Obviously.
They do the time periods, but I'm looking at it from like even let's say
Just as an umbrella, like, yo, you're a Dre guy, you're a Dre guy.
right.
Only thing I'll say, like, in defense to Eminem is, like, bro, like, I was the one that was on the come up. Like, everybody you have was already established, already did something. Like, y'all didn't need my help. But, like, if you really wanted me on your track, like, I agree, you shouldn't, like, have to go through all those people. Like, but we've seen each other at Dre's house. We've seen each other at
They
parties.
just
Like,
took a picture in the studio like 6 months ago.
yeah, like,
Just
you
next
couldn't
to-
ask me right then and
Right.
there, like...
right.
Like, I
Like,
was
come
like,
on, bro.
I get it. But at the same time, it's like, at the end of the day, like, all right, like, why not just ask me right there? And then maybe, who knows, like, maybe that might have happened and Em was like, all right, call my people, we'll get this squared away. And then
Like-
maybe Eminem probably, like, if that's the case, then yeah, Eminem was bogus. But, like, I do kind of agree, like, bro, just ask me to my face, man. Like, we got stuff going on here, too. Like,
Like I got work to do.
Yeah.
This could have been a simple conversation. Smoking, like, you
Like
know,
a-
he smokes. Hey, man, why is it so hard to get you on the track?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, come on, I got to deal with this Machine Gun Kelly bull crap
This
over
is a
here. Like,
5-minute
come on, bro.
conversation. They
Like,
laugh it off. All right, bro.
Man.
Let's schedule a session and let's do
Look.
it. Easy conversation.
I'm in the middle
bro.
of writing Kill Shot. Leave me alone.
hey, man, he was not even remotely worried about MGK, dog.
He's like,
I just found out like yesterday that MGK switched genres because of this dude.
Ooh, they're very true in a way. I don't know. He has some bars stashed in the tuck. He said, you know
Hey,
what?
Rap Devil was cool. It was all right. I was shocked that it was all right. It
I
was all
like
right.
that. I liked it.
It was good. I mean,
It catered to certain ears, and then when those ears told me it was great. I'm like, yeah, this is why. Okay, I get.
I mean,
why
he
this is
came
getting
out-
spins. I get why he was getting spins. I get it.
I mean, man, look, he was not going through this, and Snoop Dogg brought that up. He would not have been like, man, I'm trying to make this song for against MGK real quick. I'll holler at you.
But speaking of that, though,
I should have asked him like, yo, we gotta take down this dude together when I hop on this. with Snoop.
Yeah, come on.
You got some bars.
like,
for this?
we all the same age, bro. Like, rap beef ain't the same, bro.
Who's beefing?
Like, nobody.
Was that really a
like,
beef though?
like this ain't like this is like a. All right, you
This
guys.
is scruffle.
If y'all need to go outside and just get the gloves and just get this over with, go ahead, bro. You
That's
know
not
what
even.
I mean?
Just
I don't
settle.
I don't even want to see contact like this.
Hey,
I don't want to
settle
see
this
that.
over Madden, bro.
Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? Me and him play 2K. He dusts me by 30. I'll talk to him the rest of the night. And then we're
Yeah.
good morning.
It's happened.
It happened tons of times.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's hashed over by now.
Right. Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
We don't know.
Especially
but,
with the thing with Dre happening after.
Yeah.
They had to get on the phone by
Yeah.
now. Because you ain't even heard nothing about it.
Yeah.
But, like, remember?
that's a movie scene. That's a movie scene. Like Dre's in the hospital bed, Snoop in there with him, and walk in the door. He's like, "Didn't think I'd find you here. You either player." And then they just go in the lobby and hash it out. And that what happened in NWA, the Straight Outta Compton movie.
I think Easy was in the hospital.
They like all were about to like form the like go back
Yeah.
to the NWA, and then Easy he passed like fell out, and then he was in the hospital, and then that's when Dre and Cube were both there.
I know all you guys remember back in the day, you just like, you know, you'd be on your computer or whatever. You had the Lime Wires and the Kazars and all that. Not promoting illegally streaming. You know, make sure you stream their music and do it the right way. But back in our day, you burn the CDs or whatever. You'd be on the hip hop news and new disc by so and so. You'd be like, yo, I gotta hear
Street
this
Wars.
now. You know what I mean? People would have mixtapes about each other, bro.
Like, damn, son, where'd you find this?
Y'all ain't know nothing about that, man.
Y'all know the
T.I. drop an entire mixtape on Lil Flip. Like,
Yeah.
Whoa, Flip, whoa. Yo,
down with the king.
Ah.
If y'all never heard "Down with the King," the T.I. Gangsta Grills,
I did.
y'all need to go ahead and fix that. So.
Yeah,
I'll never
go
forget
ahead.
Lil Flip's art piece they did on T.I. where he put his head on a Ethiopian. dude
Who's some
on the cover.
rappers though?
remember
I want to
that.
ask you this. Who's
I
some
was like,
rappers
no.
though?
Bro, he like that digitally imposed. That's make believe. Like,
He like, come on, that's fake, man.
That was a real thing.
But that makes you think though, like who are some rappers like we can name like that they'd had their time? Like it was like that little like maybe that 2-3 year period they were just hot and nothing they could do. Like look, the little flips of the world. Like who else were some people like that?
That little flip window was kind of.
It was shorter than 2 years.
Let me just never
Tighter
mind.
than that.
I'll go with
6 months.
Swisher House.
Swisher.
Mike Jones and all them.
Mike Jones and all them. They had a
A
pretty,
1-2.
pretty
2
good
years.
run.
Good 2
Houston
years.
run.
Millionaire.
Yeah.
Paul,
Paul,
Slim
Slim.
Thug.
I liked all the Houston
Millionaire was
dudes.
like the MF Doom of the South because like everybody would be like, man, you don't listen to Millionaire? Oh, you probably listen to Wayne. Like you got judged.
That was true. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Waka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waka.
Waka
was
Flocka.
hot.
Look, Flockavelli.
Oh.
Waka himself will tell you he is not a good rapper. That is a Hall of Fame album from someone that can't rap.
Yes.
Like,
That first
And
album.
he-
Crazy.
He got
bro.
in and he got out before like any backlash or anybody.
yeah.
Oh, that didn't follow. Your second record didn't follow up this one. He's like, no, he got out before.
What y'all
that
think
even-
about like the Black Rob G Depp time? Like
I used to love that stuff,
Diddy
man.
with the dance
Yeah,
music
man.
and stuff like special
Delivery.
time.
I spent an entire summer. I spent an entire summer Harlem shaking.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
With that, let's get it. I was born ready on fish and
Fish and
spaghetti.
No, man, I didn't mind that.
Not a era that time. Huh? Not
For
a
me,
fan of that time.
For me, it was Saint Lunatics era.
That
I
was
was
alright.
like,
That was alright.
That
I'm
little
Hey,
window.
man,
you said
they tricked
Diddy.
me, man.
Me too.
They tricked me into buying
Oh,
that Free City album.
Oh, I did too.
They tricked
Oh,
me.
that and Devil's Night D12.
But
Two
Murphy
CDs.
Lee was nice.
You remember?
Yo,
Oh,
remember
I never
D12
got
was
tricked by
supposed to be
D12.
it, bruh.
Those
Never
two
got
groups.
tricked by D12. Never.
No, I got tricked by Free City though. It was that black CD case and that big old light blue CD case.
Oh, this Nelly.
Yeah.
Who is this? Like,
Hold up.
Let's get it. Yo, I swear. Oh my God, I'll never get the trance I was in. When I was like, yes, it was a Midwest swing. Yeah. I picked up the CD, walked out right to the camera. Yo, I'll never forget that era.
What about Dipset?
love Dipset all day.
I was Dipset.
Dipset all day.
But yeah, y'all too.
Yeah.
But by the time Dipset was like kicking off, going crazy, I was more the Lupe.
Okay.
Okay.
I was in the
First and
hottest
15th?
bit book bag rap crew.
I like the second level of Dipset. Like everybody, you got your Cam and Jimmy Joel's.
Yeah.
Everybody likes them. I like 40 Cal, J.R. Ryder.
Ryder.
I did not like Hell Rail. I did not like
Wait,
Hell
hold
Rail.
on. Wait, you ain't like Street Pharmacist, bro?
See,
I like Ryder.
I like
I mess
40
with
and I
Ryder.
like J.R. Ryder because they had the punchlines, and then Hell Rail would just be the third person on the song for me.
So Hell was like he was like that tough. Hell was like that tough dude. He was that tough.
Hell Rail was 5'6".
Look,
Like,
what you gonna get 5'6"?
He had a face like he was 7'2" though.
yeah.
No. So Hell Rail was like the I-20 of DTP then.
Oh, man.
Whoa, no.
I love these conversations.
Yes, he was.
I-20 was all right.
He was cool. He was on Fight Club, Fight Night.
Fighting
No,
in the
club. We
Yo,
threw it.
that's
Yeah.
so hard.
That joint was hard.
Nah,
break bread?
you know who's the
Yeah,
ultimate
yes.
other guy?
Hard.
You remember Player Circle? Not Titty Boy, but Dollar. Like, I don't know what he was rapping about
Yo,
on the second verse of
Double back.
yes, I don't know
I
what-
know you talking
yes,
about.
yes. I don't know what he was talking
I
about.
don't do that. Now
Sooner or later, all the
This gonna
somebody
show you
catch up.
some rappers
Hit with
ain't
the
the best
rest
talent
up.
pickers,
That's
bro.
how.
Like, that homie over there rolling the weed, he do not be rapping, bro. He don't need to be rapping.
Yo, there's a reason that we. Hey,
Yo,
there's
hold
a
on.
reason
I
we're
can
now
imagine the scenario.
listening to 2 Chainz.
I can imagine the scenario like, hey, you want to hop on this, bro?
Look, me.
Like,
And then that's how I-20s, Hell Rails, and all them be born.
You know, it's
chill. Hold up. Hell Rail was better than I-20. Come on now.
Look,
Hell Rail.
I think Hell Rail was.
I like his voice.
I think Hell Rail was good in a vacuum. His problem was he was next to 40 count JR half the time. For me. Yes.
I feel like all of them was in a vacuum. Everybody started sounding the same after a while. He got dope punchlines. He got dope punchlines. He's got dope punchlines. And it's like, oh.
What about? Okay, let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
This is. Yeah. I was hoping.
I love this conversation.
I want to bring this conversation up. Jay Electronica.
No.
Really?
I can't do it.
How did y'all feel about his album?
With Jay-Z. Okay.
Oh, you mean the one where Jay-Z was the first one that we heard on the album after all them years?
Hold on.
And one of it viral was just because of Jay-Z was on the album?
There's no way that a Jay Electronica album in 2020 was going to impress and live up to the standards that it had. So I don't mind this as a coming out party for him.
Now, do you think we talked to Smoke Dizza about this on the Swerve City podcast last episode on the WWE Network. Check it out. Holding on to music for too long, then when you finally release it, the sound has passed your time, and it doesn't fit into the climate that it's currently in.
And that's what happened to Jay Electronica.
Yes.
Not
there
this
was some
album.
Good sounds. There was some great sounds.
Yeah.
In the concepts, I was like, okay, I see where. Yeah, I appreciate the concept.
Cause I like Jay Electronica. My only beef with him was we've been waiting on this album since
Too long.
2010.
Yeah.
2010.
It comes out.
2010.
I just want to know how one song or two songs that he put out back then created like this urban legend of sorts, and I'm like. I'm like, it ain't that dope. Like, it ain't like y'all really like these Just Blaze beats. Yeah, you know.
I missed that. I missed that whole thing. All I knew was like the.
This album didn't even sound like it was mixed.
Well, dude, you can't. All right, man. Yeah, Jay Electronica was on Control, but everybody in their mom and like, bro, the fact that he went after Kendrick and what Kendrick did.
No, like, bro, I'm a Big Sean fan. I didn't hear anything he said when Kendrick got on, and he went before him.
I forget always he's on the track.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh,
Kendrick took that song over, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what Jay Electronica's verse on Control sounds like to this day.
You turn the song,
like we've heard what we need to hear here.
Like this urban legend, everybody can't get away with this. Everybody's not Cole and Kendrick. You can't just disappear for 5 years and you just come back.
I don't know if he disappeared. Like I really like, man. Look, I want to give Jay Electronica a chance because I like the album. I actually like the album.
I like certain concepts and sounds.
My only problem with that album was his first album. Like finally his debut album after 10 years, and the first voice we hear is freaking Jay-Z. I was about to say Jay Electronica. It's freaking Jay-Z.
That would have been appreciated.
I was like, yeah, but like, I'm like, bro, like that was like my only critique, like my only thing that I hated about that album. I was like, bro, like we already know Jay-Z's great. Like, oh, I mean, it was now
like,
people
like
are
I said,
all
don't start your match off a miss.
So this your first album and you need that help?
Yeah.
I don't mind that though. Like, it's cool
there.
I mean, at the time,
it was something different though.
Top, it's not something people were expecting, and
Yeah.
you already know your first album's not gonna live up to people's expectations anyway.
So you're gonna put
why
you gonna put the top rapper in the world is gonna overshadow your
He
project?
should
What
have
is
just
your
kept
debut?
it for him then. Listen to it in his headphones. Like,
If I want people to hear me, I'm not putting Jay-Z on my project. If I'm trying to get mine in, now he could feature on a few joints.
Is Jay Electronica really trying to get his in though? Hasn't he been like for the past like 7 years, like with the Duchess or someone in the UK?
Yeah, he's been living off Exhibit C for 10 years.
yeah.
I mean, hey, look, hey, bro, if you can live off one song, that's not bad.
He's literally been like dating royalty, like overseas royalty.
Right.
So he,
Like,
He ain't got
I
it.
don't know, man.
I mean, and then not only that, like listen to the stuff that he talks about, bro. Ain't nobody trying to listen. Like
Like I said,
Ain't
Sorry,
nobody
like
really
this man
trying
rapping in hieroglyphics. Like I can't even say it.
Like I
can't
said,
even, I can't even get a joke off properly. See, Jay Electronica.
But see, like
DJ Electronica get you thinking, bro.
But like I said, I enjoy that concept. It's not like, especially in a land where like there's a lot of like the same waves going. I'm not.
You need that counterbalance.
You need that. Yeah, I'm like, okay, we're gonna shift way over here and go somewhere. You put out a concept of like, okay, like it's same thing with like movies. If we're seeing a bunch of like rehashes and remakes, and then we're seeing a bunch of just Marvel, DC,
right.
remake, reboot. I want to see like an original concept that pushes that's away from all that. That's because it's all up here. That's what's selling. Let me get a tenant. Let me try that out. It's an original concept, completely away from that. There's no like other. There's never a concept from something else. It's just something different. Okay, I'm gonna go check this out because it's so far away from that.
Right.
And I feel like that's what this is. This is like a tenant type of concept, album, music, like, and it's from somebody that we haven't heard anything new from for so long.
It was just crazy because the build, like the only thing that was crazy was just the build up.
Now that's on the that's on the consumer. That's on the consumer, I think.
I don't know what happened to like. Cause you supposed to drop the album in 2010, but hey, like I guess it wasn't in the cards, and they were like, "Hey, we can't get radio play off of this." You probably couldn't. I mean, not everybody trying to listen about freaking nature and like topics that you see on TV all the time. Like, not everybody trying to go to the club, bro. Like, everybody trying to turn up.
When? How? Where?
I mean, not
Everybody
now.
going to the club.
I mean,
But like,
still, like, be at home listening to club music. You ain't trying to learn about money.
Pyramids.
Now, I think,
Pyramids.
now I think that might
Investing your money.
But why? But that once again, I think that's on the consumer then, because you go here because you know you're not going to get what the norm is.
You're not gonna get a bus like with Megan Thee Stallion.
No, I if I want to hear something like, and I
It's
think
crazy, 'cause
certain things it takes like
No,
2-3 minutes. No, it takes like 2-3 minutes to get the concept and get it rolling.
Right.
Everybody's like a minute and a half songs, two minute
Who's
songs.
it Elijah Muhammad that's on here, right? That's talking on here. I was like, all right, man. I like it. I'm cool with it, but like, come on, bro. How many people? Oh snap! It's Elijah. Oh, this ain't about to be a banger, dog. Like, he got Elijah Muhammad, and he's spitting facts. Like he's talking like, and what he's talking about and all that stuff is.
But you know, an appearance on an album nowadays that would get some buzz. Oh, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It would get
Yo, I know, like, and
crazy.
I like a Jay Electronica, but yo, I know dudes that'll be talking about Plies more than Jay Electronica. Plies.
This is true.
Hey,
Plies.
you asked me who I'd rather listen to. Plies.
Ran off on the plug twice.
All right, do y'all remember like how old are you?
31.
31. Okay, so we're all in like
We're
the same
same
age.
age.
Yeah, we're all in the same age. Right? In high school, did y'all used to have like the little mixtapes? Like,
Yeah.
football, like they used to pass the mixtapes and play it like during practice and all that stuff. Yeah,
Man, but like it's so funny. I like this group because all of us have different ears and different concepts that my go-to. I'm the conscious one in the group. I will go to a Lupe and I'll still go back to like 04, 03 back eras with like Common and B, and I'll go back to that. That's me and stuff. But these two up northeast coast,
I'm like
90s.
I'm like Talib / Lloyd 50 Cent. That's me.
Yeah,
Talib most Def 50 Cent G Unit. That
and you would be
I'd probably say like a Jay-Z, Joe Budden, T.I.
Joe Bud.
no
like
way,
that.
not you.
Yeah, I love T.I.
No.
I love T.I.
T.I. good?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Are we
Like,
talking about like who we like have listened to and?
But your go-to concepts, like because I'm like definitely not Jay-Z for you.
Well, Jay-Z's like,
You're way more current.
well, I'm saying I was growing up, so
Okay.
it was always like, you know, Rockefeller, Dipset, and I lived on the West Coast too, so all that Dre stuff, and you know, then I moved down here, like to Florida, and I started listening to even more stuff. So like, you know, all the T.I. and the Jeezy and just different folks. So I don't know. I like to listen to as much
Broaden his horizons.
as much
Yeah.
different stuff as I can, so I never fall out of either being current or
Man,
understanding
the
what's
arguments we
current.
be having and the debates we be having, there's no way that Hove and all them.
Oh, you about to come to me now, huh?
No. I want to tell you. Oh my God. That's why I'm like, hearing you say that, I'm like, are you though? Because like even in like some of the beats you produce, it doesn't feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because as artists, we've had to expand. That might not be where we started. I'm just telling you where I started from, not where I'm at now.
It's like Jay, like Black
where
Album.
you at now?
Now, anything. Anybody.
Yeah,
Outkast.
This is not what we be talking about in the car. Stop showing out for these people.
you hear the album that we just made?
No way. Yeah, but I had to help you. I had to bring that flavor. Those are not beats that originally
But
you
that
picked
doesn't
first.
mean that we can't do it.
I'm not saying you can't do it.
Right.
I'm not saying you can't do
But
it.
we also-
but that's not your go-tos.
No, my go-to.
I'm just trying to get that little niche, that go-to. What's your go-to?
The go-to now?
A sound, yes. What's a go-to sound for you,
But
anybody in here?
you also cannot say, I got to push back on this. You cannot say
Okay.
that's because we don't do that doesn't mean what we favor. I don't make music like Kendrick Lamar, but that's who I go to.
Yeah.
I don't make music like him. You can't put the artistry in what we do and compare it to what we might listen to. Because that's a whole different perspective.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That if I listen to Outkast, Kendrick, now I don't listen to Lloyd Banks and 50 Cent much anymore as I've become a 32-year-old man.
Grown out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I listen to Kendrick. I'm more into Saba, JID. But I don't make music like that. But my artistry, the artistry of what we do and what we do when we get in the studio, that's when that side comes out. And that's when I can do that. But just because I listen to that, the artistry might change for a bit. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't, the artistry and what we do and what we favor, like, he can make a boom bap beat, but that doesn't say that, just because he listens to T.I., that what the music that he might cater to is different.
Now, do you have some music that does bring that together for you? Like there's something that you do listen to and then your go-to?
Good
I'd probably say Russ a lot right now.
Okay.
Like,
and I keep hearing that. That's the name been circulating, man.
And Russ he gets like a lot of like people don't like Russ for whatever reason. I'm like, all right.
It's some interviews more.
Yeah, his interviews are great. Yeah. Like fascinating.
I love his interviews.
Fascinating.
I was like, I haven't listened to him.
Right, and I played you his EP.
I like him. I like him.
So it's like the whole thing as far as like just what I relate to personally, somebody that can write their own songs, produce their stuff, mix, engineer. I can't sing, but I just think he's like and being original. Like a lot of the beats, I think I might have sampled maybe once or twice. I think I sampled twice on the beats I gave you guys. Okay. So it's just like more of the original stuff. I'd probably say Russ and Cole, like as artists right now.
Okay. Docs, who you favorite? Who you rapping like? Who you inspiring?
I mean, I
if
don't
in
ever
your
be in
mind,
the
when
booth.
you on the car driving, who are you?
Man, look, me personally.
Yeah, you driving to Tampa, hour and a half. That's a lot of time. Who are you, dog? Who you?
It depends on what I'm in the mood for, bro. There's some times where I'm feeling like Kendrick. There's some times where I'm feeling like J. Cole. And then there's some times where I'm feeling like bumping the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think as we get older, bro, that's kind of like where all of us are at. As we get older, it like our horizons change. We done been through something. So now we know when we can bump Waka, Jay-Z, Plies, Nas. We know how to separate it all. But we're 17, 18, 19 years old. We normally stick to Lupe. I'm with 50 Cent, like Jay-Z, Nas. I'm just like, these are my guys.
I was a heavy.
I can't even listen to
in high school.
Like I felt dirty listening to Stillmatic when I was
When you were a Jay-Z
fan, like growing up. I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna buy the Stillmatic, but like this don't feel right. It's just I'm the Rock. I'm with the Rock. I want the chain. State prop.
Man.
I mean, hey, sometimes even with the baby, man, he don't never let the beat drop before he start rapping. So like sometimes it just
man.
But that also brings the point to his question and what he's saying too. What he's saying. Who's that one person, even though we've all matured, that one person that you're just gonna defend no matter what?
Probably the baby, honestly.
Yeah?
There's nothing you can do wrong.
Nothing you can do.
He's been everywhere. Bro, he's been everywhere. You can't. Everybody was like, oh, the baby just raps the same. Well, I mean, yeah, if it's working for you, like, obviously you're going to keep it the same. Like, there's been songs where he's, like, a little bit different, like on Dreamville with J. Cole. And who's the dude?
Luke.
Yeah,
That's
Luke.
my guy.
Under the Sun.
Under the Sun. Like, that was kind of a different flow in a way. Like the way that it started off and then he turned back into the baby, like how he usually raps. But that was a different kind of flow.
He has a cadence that he's.
Yeah, he's a
famous. I would say
cadence that he sticks to, which
his voice sounds great for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, but other than that, like, I mean, even in that freshman freestyle, the double XL freestyle, like, obviously he was the best one. I guess Megan Thee Stallion probably was the second best, but but other than that, man, like he's come out with good stuff and he's expanding, dog. He's expanding the different, like he's on playoff, like the NBA playoffs or the NBA season.
Yeah.
This year with whoever that girl he's on that track with, like it's just like I don't even know what her name is, but like
fine.
he's just everywhere. Like every time I turn on the radio or like look up something, his video's playing. Bop.
So how much time do we have left on here?
You're just passing an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, sweet.
Oof. Yeah, that's a little oof. That's an oof time.
That's what hip hop does, man.
Yeah, that Chit Trap. This was supposed to be 45 minutes, man. Y'all getting 20 extra out of us. Come on, man.
Shoot. I gotta go in a little bit.
Yeah, I know. We'll close off with this, man. How about, I feel like controversy is selling music right now rather than music selling music.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
I hate it.
Yeah?
I hate it.
How do you feel about this?
I would need to know an example of this.
Okay,
Doja Cat.
what was her drama? This is new to me.
She got caught in racial chat rooms showing feet.
Bro, I got
Well, how the record sales do afterwards? I'm lost on that one too a little bit.
She's everywhere now on Twitter back.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say Playboy Cardi just dropped a whole lot of red. But it was like after him and Iggy had their drama.
She waited till like I guess the day his album dropped or something like that, and then aired them out.
Random Saturday.
Yeah, I'm like I feel like airing these.
Look,
dirty laundry
that's
out.
a
Hey, baby
rollout.
mama, listen, my album coming out.
That is
Like,
a rollout.
I'll come pick up the baby at 3, but I need you to do this sweet.
What happened to what happened to like a Travis Scott rollout where he's doing Astro World stuff? He got a circus and a carnival and like dropping merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we got a beef over something. Tweet that out real quick. Put it on
Yeah,
it.
go ahead,
Accidentally
tweet
put
that
it on,
out.
throw it on your IG Live, mention some stuff,
Oh my god.
and get the world. And I think it's just because it's Iggy, as well.
Yeah.
And then do what everybody else do. I have to delete it.
And then, but everybody usually follows off after the mother of the child grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then like that like charged a lot of his streams to go up on the.
Yeah, it's considered a market.
I can't understand what Cardi's saying, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never listened to a Playboy Cardi song. I feel like
I've heard him on features. I'm like, okay, dope. But then like I don't know. It's just like certain.
I feel like I put
It's
him
not-
on the same level as Blueface.
I just don't know. I don't know. And I can't talk about it because it's not for my ears. It's not for my generation.
I think the folks that are at like doing the numbers, like that are actually selling the albums, aren't using like the controversy. They're actually letting the music stand on itself. But I think the tier under that, like the people that feel like they need to do whatever for attention, like maybe a 6ix9ine, maybe. Yeah, that guy.
But that didn't translate to sales.
It
which
didn't
is-
that time because people got tired of it. That was kind of
Yeah.
like, what happened to 50 after a while. I was like, hold on, you drop another diss song again when your album came out? Like, we
Yeah.
seen this. Like, but I yeah, like, for real.
We caught him.
Yeah. Like,
Facts.
we done sent you. Like, so, but, yeah, I think the people that are, the top people that are making music are actually selling, like, are letting music stand
Yeah.
on its own.
Who's the top right now?
Drake still.
Yeah,
And
it's
he
Drake.
had baby mama troubles too,
I mean, it really wasn't brought to light until Pusha T came out and dogged
which
him.
was a diss track.
which was a diss track, and then
So-
Scorpion got put on hold, and then he had to switch it
They
up
had
a
to
little bit.
readjust.
Then that man mentioned his kid, so hey,
but that's two controversial things on a rollout.
Yeah, I think it's always sold, man. Beef back in the day, rappers going back and forth. Their projects exponentially always do better, just because that stuff is on there and it's current at the time. You kind of use it they kind of use it as a marketing ploy now. You know what I mean? Even now, even if rappers aren't gonna diss each other, they're gonna do something private in their private life or something, put something out there, and then drop the album. Like, you know, that's what they're gonna do. Like, you see what happened. You know, I hope everything is well with the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation. Everything clears up.
That clears up.
But dude dropped 20 songs in a week. It was like album out. He's like, I'm capitalized on this now, even if it's a bad thing.
To do our 11?
A year. So
20 in a week. You got no sleep, brother.
What are you gonna talk about? Well, you know we spoke about the whole album, but you can do that in one song. 20 songs about it.
Yeah.
You can make an EP.
I think in Tory's situation, it was like that man felt like he like I'm.
I heard he didn't really go into it like that.
I know it's an open case, but that's
look. That man probably felt like he was Pac on All Eyes on Me. There was a lot of enemies everywhere. It felt like
Studio Boy had the Outlaws with him and everything.
Yeah,
bro.
so like,
oh man,
it's easy to get
Another
something
insert
rolling
rap
when you
group
feel like you have something to defend, or in his case, he's getting just killed on social media, rightfully, by the way.
You ain't heard nothing about Meg. I hear you, bro. You ain't heard nothing about Meg.
Yeah.
You ain't heard nothing about Meg.
Yeah. No,
not a thing.
That's why I was like,
Made
I was
the
waiting
real.
for one of them
Made the
names
real.
to drop up.
Made the real.
Yeah, I was waiting for the names to drop up when I was talking about that earlier, but I was like, oh, all right. But yeah, so it's about time we close this out, man. This was a Chit Trap, long, extended version of a Chit Trap. And thank you for our big brother, Docs, for coming through.
Thank you for having me, fam.
Yes, it was a good times. And national championship coming up soon. I won't get him started on another rant.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Actually, I gotta go because the agent is blowing up my phone right now.
Yeah, oh yeah. And of course, Rich Latta over here, producer
Hey
extraordinaire.
man, appreciate y'all.
Man helped us put together some beautiful music this year. Awesome stuff. Monteasy Scott over here.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys, once again, real quick, make sure you guys go to all digital platforms, cop the albums that are out on all digital markets right now. As we said again, produced by this brother over here. Make sure you guys check these out. Monteasy, Erica Son, Swerve City, GPS, all platforms. Where you guys hit me up, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you get the music at. Because they always ask me that. Where do you get it from? Look, bro, I'm posting 15 million links. You guys know you can just buy it. It's right there. You can stream it on your phone.
Yeah, I got a speeding ticket before the album dropped. Controversy.
Thank you. So make sure you guys tune in on that, man. And that's it for me.
Yeah, and be confident in everything you do.
Drink your water.
Yes. And do your homework.
Wash your hands.
Hey.
There it is.
Let's go.